Did you know thousands of retirees abroad are getting kicked out of the countries they thought they'd spend the rest of their lives in just because their visas ran out or the rules changed overnight? That's the harsh reality behind the dream of retiring overseas. The visa you think is your golden ticket can turn into a legal and financial nightmare. Let's talk about the dark side of the visa game and how it's quietly ruining retirements around the world. Let's cut to it. Retiring abroad sounds incredible. Sunshine, slower living, and prices that stretch your savings. But here's the truth. Some of the most popular countries make it shockingly hard to stay retired once you arrive. From visa restrictions to rule changes with zero warning, the system is stacked against you if you're not prepared. This is the part nobody talks about, and it's costing people their homes, their savings, and in some cases, their entire plan. Let's break it down. Why the visa factor matters. You may have done your budget, picked your spot, imagined the view, but if your visa status isn't locked in, none of that matters. Visas determine your legal right to stay in another country. Without one, you're done. They control access to healthcare, property, even basic services. Many retirees assume they'll upgrade later, but rules change, and sometimes you don't get a second chance. According to AARP, several countries offer residency visas for retirees, but qualification generally depends on demonstrating you can support yourself financially. So let's look at how it all plays out in the real world. Real-life visa nightmares. Story 1. The UK retiree who lost everything in Turkey. A 67-year-old British woman thought she'd found her dream retirement. She bought a villa along the Turkish coast for just £28,000. That's about $35,000. It seemed like the perfect setup. Low cost of living, beautiful views, and peace in her later years. But everything changed in a moment. She was hit by a drunk driver while riding her bike and needed major surgery and long-term medical care. Then came the second shock. Turkey didn't have a healthcare agreement with the UK. And because there's no retirement-specific visa for foreigners, she had no legal or medical safety net. She was forced to sell both her Turkish home and her house back in the UK just to cover her bills. What was left? Barely £5,000, around $6,200. She returned home broke and homeless. This wasn't just bad luck, it was a system failure. A lack of planning for visa limitations, medical coverage, and residency rights turned a $35,000 dream into a complete loss. Story 2. The Costa Rica residency trap. Costa Rica is often painted as a retiree's paradise, but behind the brochures, it's a bureaucratic maze. While the pensionado visa sounds easy, just show proof of $1,000 in monthly income. Retirees often wait 9 to 15 months for approval. Documents expire during the process. Legal fees pile up, and until approval, you're in a legal gray zone with no guaranteed access to healthcare or residency rights. One investigative article summed it up. Costa Rica's residency process, marketed as straightforward, has evolved into a bureaucratic nightmare. Expatra. This isn't a paperwork issue, it's a real risk. When the system drags, your stability disappears. Story 3. The global trend of visa tightening. A recent report from Forbes highlights a trend. Countries are quietly tightening their retiree visa programs. Higher income requirements, more frequent renewals, stricter documentation. Some programs are disappearing or becoming much more selective. Others are imposing higher income thresholds or proof of assets. Forbes. Translation: getting approved is no longer the biggest hurdle. Staying approved is. The 6 biggest visa traps. Let's break down the patterns causing the most retiree disasters. Some countries don't offer a dedicated visa for retirees. If you're living on a tourist visa, you're just one denial away from deportation. 2. Changing income requirements. What qualified you last year might not this year. Countries change the rules, and often without notice. 3. Delays and expiring documents. In some countries, like Costa Rica, visa processing can drag on for over a year. If your papers expire mid-process, you start over. 4. No path to permanent residency. If your visa doesn't allow long-term residency, you'll be stuck renewing every year, or worse, get denied when you need it most. 5. Legal and tax traps. You could owe taxes in 2 countries. Some visas don't come with full legal rights, and your assets might be unprotected. 6. No long-term healthcare access. If your visa doesn't tie you into the national healthcare system or excludes pre-existing conditions, you could face 6-figure bills with no help. Countries that exemplify the risk. Costa Rica looks easy until you hit the system. Long wait times, changing rules, high costs. Turkey, no retirement visa, no healthcare agreement with many Western countries, legal limbo if things go wrong. India and others, very cheap on paper, but no robust visa or healthcare system for aging foreigners. Great for short stays, risky for retirement. Your retirement visa checklist. Ask these questions before you move. Does the country offer a real retiree visa? What income is required? And can I prove it? Is the visa renewable or upgradable? What happens if I get sick? Can I access care? Will I owe taxes in one country or 2? Can I work or supplement income if needed? Can I bring my spouse or dependents? Do I get permanent residency or citizenship options? What's the fallback if the rules change? If you can't answer those confidently, don't move yet. What to do instead? The Smart Retiree Plan. Here's how to do it right. Rent first. Never buy before you've lived in the country under the visa you'll actually use. Pick countries with clear retiree pathways. Work with a legal expert, someone who knows expat tax and visa law. Keep a fallback plan in your home country. Pad your budget. That $2,000 per month paradise may turn into $3,000 after hidden costs. Think long-term, not just, can I move now? But, will I be okay at 75, 80, or older? So here's what it comes down to. Retiring abroad isn't just about choosing the right country. It's about securing the right status. Because without the right visa, everything else, your healthcare, your housing, your stability, can collapse overnight. If you found this video helpful, hit that like button, subscribe if you're planning a move, and drop a comment. What's your biggest concern about retiring overseas? I want to know what's on your radar. And if you want to avoid the visa traps we covered today, download the free checklist I put together. It's in the description. It's not hype, it's not theory, it's what I use to help people stay protected before they move. Until next time, stay sharp, stay ready, and don't let your retirement be the system's next casualty.